Let me see you put 'em up. Reach the sky, touch the stars up above. Cause it's one time for the underdog. One time for the underdog. You got the world on your team. Even if that ain't what it seems. It's one time for the underdog.
Okay, hello, welcome back to my channel. This is dessi.jay, and this is going to be another whole best friend story time. If you love these stories, make sure you comment, like, subscribe, let me know that you love them. I have plenty. I was friends with her for a long bit. We're not friends now, but we don't hate each other, but I don't know, whatever, but honestly, I really don't care. So, this, I know you guys are looking at the title, and I can explain. I promise I can explain. Stop with your hate comment. I don't need your pro-life comments, your pro-choice comments. Like, I don't need any of that. Trust me, I can explain. Okay, so my whole best friend, her name was Brooklyn. So, Brooklyn lived with her single father, but he wasn't really attentive because he had like a lot of other things going on. He was disabled and whatever. So he did, and he was also Hispanic. So he's Hispanic, disabled, and whatever. And it was pretty fine. She was raised by him majority of her life. She knew her, like, her mother was alive, but like not really in her life. I'm trying to think of like other things that she also lived a few blocks away from me, which I think I noted in my last video. So now Brooklyn, let me describe her for you guys a little bit. She wasn't like, she was slim, but like, you know, she still had like, you know, like curves and like a little bit on the tummy, you know, like regular, but she was like pretty slim. She was like average height, really pretty girl. That's all I'm gonna say, because if I get too specific, everyone that went to high school with me is gonna be like, "Ooh, it was that girl." Nope, I don't need you to do none of that. So she's pretty, whatever. She's slim, but she is still like a little, like, she's like a chunky slim, like, you know, like it's not like, but it's kind of like. Alright, so she was dating this guy that she really liked. I believe it was her first or second boyfriend, and this was sophomore year of high school. I guess sophomore, junior year. Now, I only went to one high school, so, and I stayed my whole entire 4 years, but I hadn't known Brooklyn all of the 4 years. I met her, I think, the second year, and I think we got close the third year. So this had to be junior year. Alright, so we're 16. Our birthdays are a few months away from each other. So she started dating this boy, and she ends up having sex with the boy, you know, whatever. And she's like completely infatuated with him. She would come through to the lunch table and tell me little things like, we did this and we did that. And I was like, ooh. Well, damn, like, it was crazy. She was over there Gabrielle Union in that boy. But I digress. So we really, oh my god, I can't believe I used her name as an adjective. Okay, but she's dating this boy, and things are getting pretty serious between them. Now, he was short. I think they were the same height, or maybe he's like a little bit taller than her, but not really. But he was like a really, really popular guy in school, and everyone like knew of him or whatever. And she was not as popular or popular at all, which is like, come on, she was hanging out with like me, so like obviously she wasn't popular. But so it was kind of like he's out of your league, but like not looks wise, but he was out of her league social standing wise, where like he's in a higher social class than she is. So I guess that was some of the infatuation, that like this amazing football player guy is dating me, like, you know, like whatever. So she would basically do anything he asked, and it was like really ridiculous. Like anywhere he asked, anything she asked, whatever. She was completely infatuated with him, to the point where if it was Tuesday and it was like 3:59 p.m. and I said, "What do you think Tony is doing, Brooklyn, at 3:59 p.m. She's like, oh, I know exactly what he's doing, exactly where he's walking, exactly who he's walking with. She had this boy schedule on. You cannot tell her nothing about her man that she didn't know. She had that boy on lock. It was not a game. We used to do this thing in high school. Well, we used to do this thing in high school where it was a group of us, and what we would do is we would punch each other. Like, we would question each other, like, oh, are you doing that? Are you, like, whatever? Did you do whatever? Well, you better not do whatever. And then we would, well, are you doing, wait, let me backtrack. Like, are you going out, like, are you going out with such and such? We're so stupid. Okay. So it'd be like, yo, are you going out with such and such? Oh, what, you kissing him over there? What you doing in there? What, y'all be in the back staircase doing what? Like, what you be doing over there? Well, your ass better not be pregnant. That's all I know. You better not be pregnant. I'm not playing with you. And, like, literally, this is something in our high school that you needed to say because we had so many pregnant girls. Like, come on. So it was like, you better not be pregnant. We don't need no more pregnant people walking around the high school. Like, at 16. Like, what are you pregnant for? So what we would do is we normally, like, you know, do like a punch, like punch, and we would punch, like, the punches. It was like a jokey conversation, but the punches would actually be like a real gut punch, like oh, what you doing? All right, boom, like a uppercut. Yo, so many of us did this, like, it was like crazy. We really did this. So it was like, okay, blah 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 blah, uppercut, gun punch. Fine, like, whatever. So it's like, okay, God, it's so messy. Alright, so, as I tell you, you can probably understand where the story's going right now. Brooklyn is over here doing this do. And mind you, little boy won't talk about he don't like the feel of condoms. What? Do you not see in the health class when they put up all little thingies and it was like, oh, this is what yours is gonna look like? It's gonna fall straight off. Cause literally that's what they tell you. They like, it's gonna fall straight off. Like, turn on the lights, fluorescent lighting, put your cell phone light, flashlight all up in here, and then slap a condom on it on top of that. Like, he don't like condoms, so whatever. They was going raw. Whew, girl crazy, little girl crazy. So one day she is outside of, sorry, I'm trying to remember what classroom. It was English class. So she's outside of English class. And she's sitting, and there's a girl, we'll name her, oh wait, there's actually a girl named that in my school. We'll name her, there's actually a girl named that in my school. Alright, so we gonna name her Blanket. So Blanket was there, and Blanket is talking to Brooklyn, and she's like, yo, what up, B? Look at me, I'm making up shit. Alright. So she's like, yo, what up, B? Oh, blah, 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 blah. Like, they're talking, and I'm here, so, like, them two, they're standing here. Brooklyn's back is against the wall. Blanket is right in front of her, and I'm sort of here where my face is. And they're talking. I'm not really sure what they're talking about. I just know it ends in, like, well, you better not be pregnant. And then Brooklyn, what she did, she was, like, a horrible liar. And she does, like, this little laugh sort of thing whenever, like, she's caught or something. She's like, ooh. So it's like, you better not be pregnant, girl, huh? And she's looking around. I'm like, what's this? So I'm looking at her. Because, like, at this point, she is my best friend. So, damn, what's her name? Blanket didn't really pick up on, like, her poker face tell or whatever. But I'm over here looking like, girl, what you giggling for? You know, you're supposed to be like, no, I am not, ma'am. No, I'm not. You know, not pregnant. So Blanket leaves, and I'm like, and I turn to her, and I'm like, are you pregnant? And she's like, I think so. Mind you, we were 16. I was like, what do you mean you think so? Well, me and such and such haven't been having, like, protected sex. And it's like, okay, well, you haven't been having protected sex. Number one, why? Oh, well, he doesn't like the way they feel. Oh, so he likes the way chlamydia feels because he's playing games with his whole life at 16. Whatever. Okay, well, should we do that? Like, what are we doing? So we go, and I'm not sure what happens because we don't finish, like, we go home after ELA class. It was like our last class or whatever. So I'm not sure what happened there. She took a test or something, but then she came back over to my house. Then she came over to my house the next day. I guess it was a Friday. Because, like, why are you coming over to my house the next day? But we used to go to each other's house after school. So I'm not sure if it's, like, after school she came over or if it was, like, Saturday she came over. And she's telling me and my other best friend, because we were, like, a trio/four. It was confusing. Trio/four sound. She's telling me and my other best friend that she's pregnant. And it's like, but she sounded, like, definite. We're like, okay, cool. Now, we kind of was like, okay, cool, but we kind of thought, like, she was kidding. Well, I kind of thought she was kidding. I'm like, no, you're not pregnant. Boom. And I punched her. And I punched her in the stomach. Because that's what we did. That is what we did. That was our game. And then and then my other best friend, I didn't name her, Zigzag. My other best friend, Zigzag, is over here like she was mad hood. I love her. She was like, don't use that ass. Like, no. Tell me why you think you're pregnant. And she's explaining her period hasn't been, like, in, like, whatever months or whatever. And, well, like, in a month. It wasn't, like, crazy. It was like, I missed my period, and I never miss my period. My period's irregular or whatever. So, cool. She's over here. She's saying that. And they're going back and forth or whatever, and I don't know how that conversation ends because I forgot. It was a little bit ago. And they leave. Now, after they leave, the next day comes or whatever, like the next time we're at school comes and the conversation gets brought up, like, of course we're playing our game or whatever, and we're over here, like, it wasn't like a game where we would sit in a circle and like, oh, you bring it in, oh, you bring it in, oh, you bring it in. But it was like, in conversation, like, yo, what's up, how are you and what's your face doing, oh, is he good at whatever, oh, okay, good job, like, it was like that, like, oh, well, girl, you know what they say, don't get pregnant. it was more like that. So, oh my God, I'm so stupid. So I guess after about a week or so of that, doing that, actually being pregnant, I'm not sure if it was like throughout the month this was happening or just like throughout that week it was happening, or because I don't know if she got pregnant. I don't know. I don't know how it works. Like maybe if they get big enough and it's enough trauma, they get whatever. All I know is this girl miscarried. Like literally, she told me I guess on Friday. By Friday, whatever, she had miscarried the baby. She had miscarried the baby. And I was like, oh my gosh, she's telling me like, oh, I had a miscarriage. I'm like, what? You had a miscarriage? And I'm like, how did you have a miscarriage? Because I was under the impression that like miscarriage is something that like only old people have, like when they're trying to have a baby when they're 40, 50, 60 years old. And she's like, oh, you know that game? What game? You know that game we play? Like, you know how when people joking around and they punch you in the stomach? You know, so like... So what? So like what? What? Like, how? So when she told me that she was pregnant and like, you know, the first time, yeah, I punched her, whatever. But like after the while, I believed her. I was like, oh, wait, you serious? My bad. Sorry, little Oompa Loompa baby. My bad. Like, Auntie owes you a lollipop when you're old enough. But she's over here. She's supposedly pregnant or whatever. She's pregnant. And these other people, like all the rest of the girls in the school, are still punching her in the stomach. And I'm like, what kind of mother are you? Like, why are you not protecting your little baby? Like, what you mean? If I was pregnant, I ain't stupid enough. But, especially not in no high school. But if I was pregnant, you trying to punch my stomach for a little game, I'd be like, chill. I just ate. I'm going to throw up. Chill. You ain't want none of that on you. Nope. Like, you could have made some excuse to have these girls stop punching your stomach instead of having your miscarriage. Like, literally, it was literally like she told me on Friday, by next Friday, the baby gone. It was very crazy. Like, literally, it was very crazy. So, I technically did have a part in, because it was the game or like, you know, the action that like led to the baby like miscarrying and like the abortion, the at-home abortion. I technically had some parts in an at-home abortion for a 16-year-old, but it was not my fault because listen, I wasn't the only one. Which is like the worst excuse ever. Like, oh, I didn't know because I was the only one. But it was not the only one. I don't know if it's my punch that did it or whatever. I don't know how miscarriages really work or anything like that. Or like what happens or like blunt force trauma. I don't know. But listen, y'all can't blame me in no comment section and say it's my fault because she should have said something to all the other girls that were punching in the stomach. And I was 16 and, or even 15 maybe because my birthday late in the year. Y'all don't know how old I was. But I was young, and that's not my fault. So exactly, y'all really can't. Y'all can't be mad at me. And plus, what would you have done, like, in that situation anyway? Like, I know y'all play some dumb games, and I know maybe some of y'all had, like, a pregnant friend. Like, let me know in the comment section below. Let me definitely know about that. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you want more of these story times, my whole best friend story times, please comment below. I have plenty. I was friends with this chick for like 10 years or something. Like, yeah. She was in the whole all 10 years though. Would have been better stories, right? But definitely don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And you guys will be definitely seeing me, your girl dessi.jay, a little bit later. Bye guys.